Welcome Backstage Community Forum. This is Scott H. as usual, and I am here with my good friend, Mr. Tom Croxton.
Greetings.
Yeah, and we're here today. We're gonna we got a little bit different kind of scenario of the way we're doing this. I am doing a full video with Tom where he talks about his whole life story of playing in the music scene, but we got a little clip that we're going to make right now. There is a benefit for Tom that there is it 4 bands, 5 bands?
5, yep.
5 bands playing at Club Underground, and that is April 25th.
Yep.
And so I wanted to get this quick one out here and kind of give people just a quick idea. Let's make sure that we get there. And the proceeds do go to benefit Tom because he hasn't been able to work since he's had this issue. And so what the issue is that Tom had quadruple bypass surgery.
Yeah.
So why don't you bring us up to speed a little bit on that?
Okay.
And then if you could tell us who the bands are going to be at your benefit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, first of all, it was a shortness of breath issue. I'd walk from my car just down a flight of stairs to my band rehearsal space, and it was like I was in a full sprint. I couldn't catch my breath, and that got concerning. So went to the doctor to check out what's going on. They did an EKG, and everything was popping up abnormal, which, yay, they're for me. But they panicked, and they said, please go to the emergency room, which I did, and then it started the cavalcade of cardio cauterization. They put it up the wrist to put a camera in the heart.
Okay.
And discovered it's like 50% working. The top wasn't working at all.
Wow.
So it wasn't it. I was hoping just to get stents. Nope. Quadruple bypass heart surgery.
Wow.
So and if you ever see how they do that, they saw the breastbone and they take the rib splitter.
Oh.
Open you up like a walnut. And they put like where blood circulates and they had a breathing thing. They take the heart out and put it in a box of ice where they sew my radial artery on.
Okay.
Yeah. So am I a zombie? I'm not sure.
Wow. Well, you did play one.
I did.
For quite a few years in
Impaler,
Impaler.
yeah.
So good segue. But so you are feeling much better now, is that correct?
I have my off and on days. There's a lot of pain involved.
Yeah.
Where they took the radial artery, there's numbness in my hand, which concerns me as a drummer.
Yeah.
But, it's getting, they said it's going to be better from 3 to 6 months. Which, 6 months, really?
Yeah.
I hope it's 3.
Yeah.
And then let's see.
And so you're going to be so your goal is to get back into playing.
Absolutely.
You're still in Domidium.
Domidium, Gallowglass Scourge, and Thor.
And Thor, and so you're still in those bands.
Yeah.
And he'll probably be in 9 more by the time that he gets back on the road.
3 is my limit at this age.
Yeah. And so to mention that Tom has been in so many different bands. Let me name a few of them to go down the road. Acheron. I know that a lot of people know that name.
We did shows with Snapper.
We did shows with everybody
Yeah.
back then. It was back in the Mirage days.
Yeah.
And that was Acheron. You did Impaler, obviously.
That was 18 years.
18 years of drumming for Impaler.
Yeah.
And then Eldegod, which was one of my personal favorites because I got to hear some rare Iron Maiden tunes that
Is that Iron Maiden? Live we did.
Yes.
Is when we did that band, it's like, what would Rush be? Not putting ourselves on that level.
Yeah.
'Cause that's, but wondering what they'd sound like if they were a death thrash band.
And you guys were you guys had like shrouds and costumes and stuff like that. You even had different names and everything.
Yeah, I went by Thos, Thas.
Thos. Yeah. And you guys were all Elder-gods.
Yep, Thos Elder God, Ra Elder God, yeah, Shaw.
Yeah.
Yep, and Voss.
Yeah. And we mentioned the ones that you're currently in. But you were also in Hex Vortices.
Yep, my thrash band, yep.
And then, I'm missing one or two, aren't I?
There's The Unholy.
The Unholy. Okay. Now, who was in that? It was just
Wade
kinda,
Laszlo and Chris McGrath and me.
okay.
Then they had
That
Tim.
that was kind of around the same time as Acheron, wasn't it? Or was that?
It was right after Acheron was. Well, they were active with their original drummer that died. He was in Bent Vengeance.
Okay, that's why I know the connection.
Yeah.
That because now Keith wasn't in Unholy, was he?
No,
Okay. All right.
no, it was just us three. It was a 3-piece.
Okay.
But I took over after John. He quit for a while, and then unfortunately he passed away. He was a good guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Acheron broke up. I was pretty much dissatisfied with how things went. I was gonna just retire. I
Yeah.
worked so hard on that band. We had a lot of opportunities lost. It sucked. And so instead of toning it down or just being done with it, I get a call from Wade Laszlo, who was originally in Acheron too, that he needed a drummer to fill in. So like, okay, I'll do that. Ended up being in the band for how many years? I'm not sure. We did 3 albums.
Wow. Was there any other bands that I missed?
Crepitus.
Crepitus. Okay.
Well, first of all, thanks to Tempest Crane who put all this on.
Tempest Crane. Okay.
Yeah, she's the bass player of Harsh Reality. It's the F-All.
So we got Mike Bahowden and the
Yeah.
F-All.
And they're great. I love that band.
Yeah.
The Mighty Harsh Reality.
The Mighty Heist Reality. And
Which
that's
is-
Tempest, correct?
That's Tempest and Jen Dean. Donnie DeVici, I think, is their new guitar player. I'm not sure who's singing nowadays.
Okay.
Plague of Stars, which is awesome. They're all good friends of mine.
Okay.
Murder Curious,
Murder Curious. Okay.
which we did. Domidium did a show with. They're a cool band.
All
And
right.
then All the Pretty Horses.
All the Pretty Horses, a name that I haven't heard in a
It's
little
been
while.
a long time.
And so very, very excited to see those guys
Yeah.
as well. And that's going to be going down at Club Underground.
I will be there.
And Tom is going to be there. So we're going to cut this video. So Tom's full video will be coming in probably about a week or so. But this one I wanted to get up right away just to get people up to speed on that. They need to, tomorrow they need to go out to
Jimmy
Odegaard's
yeah.
memorial show, which is at Club Underground as well.
Yep.
And that has Bill Lindsay and the World's Forgotten Boys.
Yeah.
It's got the Fret Rattles with Chad and Kurt. It's got the F-All with Mike Bahowden. And then they're also going to be doing some Disturbed songs, which is going to be great. So you want to go tomorrow, and then you want to go the following week. So, and that'll be Tom's show. So we're going to go back to our regular format here and catch the whole video coming up. Make sure you subscribe and you like on this video and leave a comment. Say hi to Tom. He'll see it. Say, hey, Tom, glad that you're feeling better. Too bad you have to hang out with Heddle. Sorry for that.
Oh, come on.
All right.